David Barry reporting for Jewish Online Magazine. Our special guest today is Matthew Miller, publisher from Koren in Jerusalem, and we're here to talk about the launch of the new Koren Talmud. So thank you for joining Jewish Online Magazine, Matthew.
Pleasure.
Why did Koren decide to publish this new Gemara?
The project is a collaboration between two entities. It's a collaboration between ourselves as publisher and the Shefa Foundation, which is Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz's parent organization of his various activities. 3 years ago, we came together through a number of meetings with the Shefa people, Rabbi Meni Eben Yisrael, Rabbi Steinsaltz's son, who wanted to find a publishing partner, both for the Hebrew Talmud, many books, because we publish in Hebrew and in English. We have distribution in America, Canada, UK, all English-speaking countries, as well as Israel, our home market. It was a very, very good shidduch. We were able to work in two languages for publication distribution. When the subject of bringing out a new edition of the Talmud in English came up, it was a little bit daunting. It was a little bit daunting, but we were so impressed with what Rabbi Steinsaltz had accomplished that we put together a program, the actual publication, distribution, marketing, and it's a very happy shidduch. We actually get along. Even after 3 years, we're getting along very well.
Right.
There's a very good mesh of personalities, and I think we share a common goal.
Why is the strapline Talmud isn't just black and white?
I don't know if you've seen the Talmud. The Talmud itself is printed in 4-color. We feel that we can, there's technologies today which are new. Publishing, is not just in print anymore. So when I speak about publishing, we speak about our iPad app, electronic format, and print editions. The entire work is in 4-color. We have people that are just working full-time on new illustrations. But also, we wanted to, I think Rabbi Steinsaltz says it very well. He says the process is not to receive information. The process is how to get the information. It's the process of learning as opposed to what you receive. So the implication is, it's not that there's a right answer or a wrong answer. The implication is, it's not black and white. It's a question of, it's three-dimensional. There are lots of right answers. There are many wrong answers. But I think we're referring to the process rather than, and the multiplicity of legitimate answers within the spectrum. So that's what it refers to.
Do you think Art Scroll has some serious competition now?
I can't speak for Art Scroll. I can only speak for Koren.
Do you think maybe people will be comparing the Art Scroll with the Koren?
Quite possibly.
Okay. At the launch at Ner Israel in London, I overheard two comments, and perhaps I can ask you to respond to them, please. The first one, it will be a nice tool for someone who wants to look up footnotes. And the second one, no more excuses not to learn Gemara.
They're both right. It was what was hard about doing this is we weren't pitching it to one audience. We weren't planning to appeal only to the Talmud Chacham. We weren't planning on trying to appeal only to the beginner. We did try to reach several audiences. So if somebody wants to look up a footnote, Gesundheit. We're delighted. I think this points out the fantastic supporting material. I neglected the most important one, of course, is on almost every page there's a halachic summary. In other words, so what does the Talmud have to do with halacha? Well, it's presented. So if you're saying where does the halacha come from, this is where it comes from. So if somebody wants to use it for that, great. In terms of making it no excuses, fair comment. There's no excuses.
What do you think the sages of old would comment if they saw the new Koren Talmud?
I'm sure they'd have 100 opinions. I'm sure 100 sages would have 100 opinions, which is very Talmudic. So I'm sure some would love it.
How long will it take to release the entire set of the Koren Talmud Bavli?
We're ramping up now. Most of the actual text has been translated, but there's many cycles of editing and proofreading and typesetting and editing and proofreading to do. We're planning on getting the entire set out in about 4.5 years.
How difficult was it to produce the Koren Talmud for the iPad? And why did you decide to go down this road?
Okay, that's two separate questions. First, from the inception of this project, which was 3 years ago, this was designed to be produced, as I said, both in electronic format as well as print. So it was designed originally to be both print and electronic. What we didn't know 3 years ago, that the standard seems to be coalescing around, the electronic standard seems to be coalescing around the iPad. So therefore we have gone the iPad route. In the last 18 months, 24 months, we've accelerated that process. But more importantly, there's things you can do on the iPad that you can't do in the print. For example, the supporting material. On the very first page of translation, there's a short biography of Rabbi Gamliel. Okay, we don't repeat it, but maybe 30 pages later there'll be another reference to Rabbi Gamliel. Now, who was he? You press on the name with hyperlink, up comes his biography. You can do things that you can't do in print. So it's the way of the future. Now, thank God, books aren't going anywhere. I'm still a dinosaur. I'm actually never. I like books, and thank God for Shabbat, because that means we'll always have the book format.
If one is considering purchasing a Gemara with English translation, why should it be Koren, Matthew?
I would say, you want 10 reasons or the top 3?
3.
Okay.
Give me the top 3 reasons.
I would reckon you've got a really enhanced Daf Vilna. You have a really crystal clear translation that's friendly to read. And finally, the supporting material. The supporting material, whether it's text, halacha, history, illustrations, diagrams, photographs, those are the 3 reasons.
Most of the viewers of Jewish Online Magazine are from the UK, Matthew, so I will ask a UK question, although this might be watched globally. Is the Koren Talmud available in local Jewish bookstores?
Yes, it is. Our publishing partner is Cooper Art here in the UK. They have excellent distribution. The Koren Talmud Bavli is available in all good Jewish bookstores. or from Cooper Ard.
Okay, Matthew Miller, thank you ever so much for joining Jewish Online Magazine, talking about the new Koren Talmud Bavli.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.